It's time to play some games! Can you win before you all die? So fun! I have seen many foes. You will not be the one to lay the great Haka low. Hello, and welcome to Dolphin's Dive, the weekly strategically minded Sentinels of the Multiverse stream hosted by yours truly, Dolphin. Handelabra Games believe in civil rights for everyone and in being as inclusive as possible, so any comments or activity actively working against that goal is not welcome and will not be tolerated. You can follow us at Handelabra Games on Twitch and Handelabra on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. You can follow me personally at LewDolphin21 on Twitter, and on Twitch and YouTube it's just LewDolphin, no digits. Sentinels of the Multiverse is currently available for iOS, Android, and PC, Mac, and Linux via Steam, and always via good old analog cardboard and ink. You can get the game and more info at sentinelsdigital.com. See, it's memorized. Woohoo! Oh dear, in before Instaloss. You know, Wagermaster is one of those villains that we haven't fought in a very long time, not since week 22. And we are currently on, according to this, week 65. So apparently it's been like 47 weeks. Did I just math that right, or did I just make a number up? 22 versus 65. That's more like 43 weeks. I can math. It's been 43 weeks since we fought Wagermaster. So it's been a long time coming, and he has to be fought in the Summer of Ultimates at some point, so I figured we might as well bring him in here now. I feel like a lot of the games I've been playing have been featuring Haka, Bunker, and Fanatic, but I'm mostly just like going through my statistics and choosing the ones that are either least played or longest to go played, and these are the ones that have been longest to go played. In particular, Prime Warden's Haka, Absolute Zero, Freedom 5 Bunker, and Redeemer Fanatic. None of them are bad, it's just for some reason they haven't been seen for a long time. I mean, each individual hero has been seen, but these variants haven't been seen. And Temple of Zhulong surprisingly hasn't been seen for a long time, because that's one of my favorite environments, and I'm surprised I didn't choose that myself, although I guess I've been choosing based on statistics and not on personal preference, which probably makes sense. I should probably choose next week's game based on what I want instead of basing on statistics, in which case I get to have my own team to defeat whatever villain I want. But for now, we have these people. So Prime Warden's Haka is starting with a Ground Pound, 2 Haka Restorations, and a Rampage. Absolute Zero has a Frostbound Drain, Modular Realignment, Onboard Module Installation, and Thermal Shockwave, so that's nice. Freedom 5 Bunker has a Heavy Plating, 2 Omni Cannons, and a Recharge Mode, and Redeemer Fanatic has 2 Aegis of Resurrection, a Sanctifying Strike, and an Undaunted. So we have a lot of duplicates except for Absolute Zero, but that's interesting. Wagermaster, his advanced rule on the front side, reduce damage dealt to Wagermaster by 2, so it's going to be hard to be able to hit him on this side, but if we flip him, his advanced rule at the end of the villain turn, Wagermaster regains X HP, where X equals the number of hero ongoing cards in play plus 1. So he regains health on this side based on how many ongoings we've played, and certainly ongoing cards help out our heroes a lot, somewhat. In the challenge rule on either side, whenever a villain card is flipped face down, each hero target deals itself 1 psychic damage. So, kind of not exactly sure the best way to proceed in this match. We don't have instant destruction cards in this team as far as I know. As I recall, yeah, we don't have instant destruction. So we can't defeat Wagermaster simply by destroying him if we can't kill him outright. If we can kill him outright, that'd be great, except damage reduction or HP recovery on either side makes it a little tougher. And maybe we'll be able to just be at even HP and instantly win the game. You have Apocalypse. What other destruction do you need? We don't actually have the Apocalypse. It's not drawn yet. But an interesting thing about that, though, on the front side, condition cards and face-down villain cards are indestructible. On the back side, condition cards are indestructible. So if we want to get rid of a pesky condition that has entered play, we could flip Wagermaster and then play End of Days and destroy all of his conditions. And this will come with the side effect of flipping Wagermaster back to his front side, but there won't be a bajillion condition cards to have to worry about. She doesn't have Consecrated Ground yet. I mean, you're talking about ongoing destruction, but I mean, let's see if it even matters. We have wagelings. We have wagelings. Oh boy. We have an unwise wager. We have who are you fighting? So if Wager Master's at 0 or fewer, we lose the game. We're getting some more card draws, and there's Absolute Zero's duplicate card. He has 2 of those modular realignments. There's a Consecrated Ground. Lots of HP. Burning Sense of Failure. So, more reactions to conditions flipping. The annoying thing about flipping conditions is that when Wager Master flips, he flips all of his condition cards face down, which not just triggers his advanced or his challenge rule, but also his ongoing rule here, which actually this one isn't as bad. He only deals it to 1 target as opposed to the challenge rule where everyone deals themselves damage. Hey, Lone Wolf, how are you doing? At the end of the villain turn, each player may discard the top card of their deck. If 4 cards are discarded this way, flip this card face down. If not, flip a face down villain card. If any hero deck ever has no cards in it, the heroes lose the game. Fun fact, if, say, what's her name? If Nightmist is revealing cards from her deck trying to find relics, this can trigger this loss. I had that happen to me the hard way. We have so many lost conditions. No win condition at all right now. Alright, we don't need to flip this because there's no reason to do one or the other. This kind of feels like nobody's screwed yet. We might want to just try to go after Wager Master directly, but the damage reduction is going to hurt that by a bunch. Prime Warden's Haka certainly can't do anything about it. If we want to flip Wager Master, we could try to do something like ground pounding so that he doesn't react, but we could just destroy this card, and that's probably like the only thing that we can do. Like, there's not really much I can do here. I can't hit Wager Master with anything. I could just charge up an Omni Cannon, but the problem is, like, currently, even if we reduce him to 0, we lose. So we're kind of waiting until we get a change in situation here. But with the Wagelings out there, they're going to keep wanting to hit us. So I don't know. I could Rampage, but that's going to hit everyone. I could Punish the Weak, but that's going to make it harder to hit Wager Master. Well, my base power is to play a card, so let's start with a Haka of Restoration just to draw more cards. We get a Haka of Shielding and a Dominion. I mean, Punish the Weak will actually help combat the challenge rule. And in fact, with this team, like, if Fanatic has Undaunted and Bunker has Heavy Plating and Haka has Talmoko or Punish the Weak, then the challenge rule only really affects Absolute Zero, who is okay with damage. So I guess I'm not really too worried about the challenge rule there. Just as long as I can mitigate it. So I want to keep Punish the Weak then. I think I'm just going to ditch Haka of Shielding. I usually prefer Haka of Shielding over Haka of Restoration, but with so many instances of 1 damage, it doesn't really seem like it's going to do that much. But let's go and Punish the Weak out, and then you have it. Oh, and look, there's Talmoko. Perfect. Alright, so let's onboard module. We get Field Freeze. Hello. Get the Isothermic. And then Burning Sense of Failure, you know, Absolute Zero would love. So I guess we do want to keep that, maybe. I don't know. It's fire damage. But he's not highest HP right now. Do I want to do the 1 to deal the 1? I don't know, because I'm kind of not really... I don't really feel like hitting Wagelings. It feels like it's a waste of time. I don't know. I don't feel like playing this game. I think I'm just gonna stop playing this. Thanks for watching, everyone. I'll see you next week. Alright, heavy plating, and then I don't worry about wagelings. Yeah, as soon as like I have these damage reductions, I don't really care about the wagelings. So let's see what we have going on here. Haka has a Taumoko, Absolute Zero has an Impale, Fanatic has a Smite the Transgressor. So Taumoko, Impale, or Smite the Transgressor. Smite the Transgressor is going to be a bit boring. Well, I mean, unless we hit Wagelings, because it's like it does 2 damage and then you can use a power, or I could put Impale on Wager Master, which will do 0 damage, or I could put a Taumoko out and then I don't get dealt damage from the Wagelings, but I also have 1 in hand and I don't really have many cards to play. So I think we'll just get Absolute Zero, like super setup or something. Of course, the more ongoing cards I put out there, the more HP Wager Master will regain on his flip side. I mean, yeah, I could Impale a Wageling, I guess. That would... But I want to Impale Wager Master. So, the thing about Who Are You Fighting is that it doesn't have a flip condition. Which means that when this card is in play, it's sort of in play forever. But Wager Master, when he flips, does flip all condition cards face down, which imperatively puts Who Are You Fighting face down. But as soon as he flips it face up, then it's back in play, and the only way of getting rid of it is to reflip him and reflip him again. So if I want to get rid of Who Are You Fighting, I kind of want to flip him, but I don't want to flip him early because then he will have more opportunities to get Who Are You Fighting back. Which makes me feel like I kind of want to keep him on his front side as long as possible, I guess. He won't regain HP, it's just it'll be hard to get past his damage reduction. Oh, if I put Undaunted out, I'm not worried about the Wagelings. So I'm going to do that, and we'll see. Currently, the Wagelings are only hitting Haka and Absolute Zero. And the Shinobi Assassin is going after the Wagelings. See, this was my plan all along. Keep the Wagelings in play so that Shinobi Assassins go after them. Alright. Choose a keyword, reveal the top card of the villain deck. If the revealed card has that keyword, discard it, even if it is an indestructible card. If not, put the card into play. For some reason, I want to read cards out loud. I don't know why. I guess because it helps describe what's going on here. I almost always choose condition for this because I don't want there to be more conditions entering play. But if I say condition and he reveals an ongoing, and that ongoing is Who Do You Really Know, this card sucks ass. I hate this card so much. So I don't know. Ongoing might be a bit better because all condition cards are ongoing cards with the exception of Wagelings, which we mostly don't care about. If the card is a one-shot, yeah, we do have to deal with card destruction. But I don't know, I'm just gonna go with ongoing. It was an ongoing condition. Perfect. The new deal. So what was that one? Each hero's target with an even amount of HP deals themselves 3 psychic. If a hero is incapacitated this way, the hero loses the game. Whenever a villain card is flipped face down, Wager Master regains 4 HP. So that's HP recovery. Remember when I said it doesn't have HP recovery? I lied. I forgot about this card. This card also bites because if you were trying to get set up to win based on the condition about having even HP, this one would undo it. So it's actually good that we got rid of that. So if you missed Sentinels Live this Tuesday, they were demoing, they being Jeremy and John, were demoing a thing that's been an often requested feature of auto choosing for me, basically. Not exactly that, but if you're making a selection and you want to repeat that selection, you can get the game to do that, which would certainly help with, like, I don't really care about the order the wagelings are doing damage in, so could you just always do it in that order? Alright, Tomoko. And actually with Punish the Weak and Tomoko, Rampage would not hit Haka at all. It would not hit Bunker, it would not hit Fanatic, and it would hit Absolute Zero for 1. This would be like the safest Rampage ever. The problem is I'd be flipping conditions, so I don't want to do that. So I think I'm just going to keep playing cards. A new deal at the front and wagelings and losing to the odds is how your friends and you won the game before it started. Alright, there's a cold snap. The problem with putting Cold Snap out is it's going to hit the wagelings, and I don't want to flip Wager Master prematurely, so I'm just going to avoid that auto damage thing. I'm just going to get set up with a null point. Since Absolute Zero doesn't have a damage reduction, we can get his HP recovery train going, and Focused Apertures would hit Wager Master. Alright, now with Bunker. I mean, I could start charging an Omni Cannon, so I'm going to do that. Because Bunker doesn't really want to do anything else but let other people reveal the top cards of the decks. So let's see what we have. Haka has Tomoko again? Really? Seriously? Come on, Haka. Absolute Zero has Isothermic. Fanatic has Embolden. You know, Bunker wouldn't be too displeased about being emboldened. I mean, if Bunker has heavy plating, then Embolden deals 1 radiant damage to him, and he can use an additional power. And if that additional power is maintenance unit, he regains the hit point, which is amusing. So I think Bunker is going to profit from this. And now I can use my Omni Cannon to deal 0 damage. I was told this was a good card. I mean, lots of heroes would love Embolden, so it's not necessarily Bunker that wants it, but hey. Yeah, I'm just gonna Aegis. I'm at max HP. There's an Absolution and an End of Days. Hey, Self Area, how are you doing? And that's actually taking a Wagelings out. Which means, challenge rule, we each deal ourselves 1 damage, which only affects Haka, or Absolute Zero rather. And then Wager Master deals 1 damage to Haka. Oh no. And there's another burning sense of failure. The problem is, now I have to return a card to hand. Oh man. Why do I have to return a card to hand? I only have like 93 cards in play. Well, Haka doesn't really have much that he wants to play anyway. So we'll just return Punish the Weak. I think, however, I'm going to go ahead and Unwise Wager reflip the Wagelings. Because I don't really want to deal with Wager Master right now. So I feel like I'm being weird. I will play Haka of Restoration and I will heal Absolute Zero because I'm weird. I could also heal Wager Master, I guess. Is there a win condition for getting Wager Master to regain HP beyond his maximum? Because I feel like there should be. I mean, like, 3 rounds in, we're kind of like, okay. Doing okay. Yes. I mean, I could charge the Omni Cannon by playing recharge mode and staying in recharge mode, but then I guess I had played Emboldened, so that's a dumb thing to do. I played Emboldened for a reason. But the best way to get an Omni Cannon fully charged is to be in recharge mode for like 20 rounds, because with recharge mode you would draw 3 cards each round. In Omni Cannon you can put 3 cards under it each round. So that would be a way to profit on cards. But since I put Emboldened on Bunker, I think I'm just going to stick with going with the Emboldened route. I'm going to put Maintenance Unit out because I'm boring. Ooh, Taiaha, that's nice. Thermal Shockwave, we have 1 in hand. Divine Focus would do 0 damage. But if I got Thermal Shockwave, I would not really have much of a reason to use it. So let's get Taiaha so that Haka is a power that deals damage. And that would actually hit Wager Master. See, now Bunker regained 1 hit point on this round. Yay! Wager Master did nothing wrong. Alright. We have damaged Wager Master! Apprentice Poisoner. Who's considered to have the 3rd lowest HP? Bunker. Because nothing happens. Each hero target deals itself X psychic damage, so that's 4. Except most of them are going to take 3 or less. So like nothing's really happening here. We have a lot of like damage prevention going on here. We're just kind of waiting and stalling till we can figure out how to deal with Wager Master. Oh shoot, I can't damage Wager Master while I've punished the weak. Shoot. I could take out the Apprentice Poisoner. She would hit everyone for 1. But she is going to go after Absolute Zero next round anyway. But if I were to do that, I would rather have her under Savage Mana. So I kind of don't want to do that. I think I'll just use my base power and draw a card. Like Punish the Weak. Yes, exactly. And Rampage. Actually, Rampage would hit. It would take out Wagelings, Shinobi Assassin, Apprentice Poisoner, and then Wager Master would be the lowest HP villain or non-hero target. So he would get a +1 from that, but not just yet. Hit myself. And then I can't hit Wager Master. I do kind of want to hit other things. Let's hit you. Yeah, let's get these guys down to 1. And then I can hit myself, or I could hit Wager Master. Oh, right. Yeah, I'll hit Wager Master. You have hit points to burn. And Absolute Zero can keep himself alive. Do I have 3 cards on there? Yes, I do. And let's not play, or let's not do that one, but let's play that one. So no, the Temple of Zhulong, my favorite environment, cannot play cards. Womp womp. Mare, onboard module, Embolden, and turret mode. I guess I'm not drawing cards this round. Embolden. I could put on Absolute Zero. But then he would be dealt 2 damage. Is there a power that would make it worth it? It was not a pun, but it does sound amazing now that I think about it. Hit points to burn. That sounds like a pun. Oh man, that is so true though. Anyway, what was the top of... Oh right, it was onboard module. I could embolden Absolute Zero, but he would be dealt 2 extra damage, and we don't really have a reason for him to be dealt that, because, like, I could do Isothermic, or I could do 1 fire damage with base power to do 2 damage with focused apertures, but that wouldn't really help out at all. Like, unless I want to power up Thermal Shockwave even more, but that seems... I don't think that's wise. I could embolden Haka. He doesn't really have a use for an extra power, but he does have Talmogo, so he could reduce it by 1. I could embolden Fanatic. Actually, let's embolden Fanatic. Because getting her to use extra powers is not unwise. We have 4 cards under here. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 1 is 9, minus 2 is 7. I can deal 7 damage to Wager Master. But it's a bit too early for that. I do have 3 powers, though. But the thing about Omni Cannon... Like, if you're fighting a target that has damage reduction, it's better to build up for it than to use it every round. If you're fighting a target that has the damage increase, it's better to use this every round you can. Like, you'll get more mileage out of your Omni Cannon, but against a damage reduction target, you don't want to do it. Yes. Alright, can't hit Wager Master. Not worried about Burning Sense of Failure still. I could throw a Shinobi Assassin, except when his card would be destroyed, move it somewhere instead, so it wouldn't be destroyed. So the only thing I could have destroyed was the Apprentice Poisoner, but I foolishly hit it. So Final Dive's not useful. I think I'll just Sanctifying Strike for a card. And I'm not going to hit something. Brutal Censure. And then I will use base power for a card. Like Smite the Transgressor. I mean, I could flip Wager Master, and then Divine Focus would be doing a lot. I should try fighting the Matriarch in this environment. Zhulong killing birds means lots of card plays. Oh, you mean if they put under Resurrection Ritual, which would put a foul into play, and then she plays cards. It'd actually be kind of nice to have it under here. But you kind of also don't want it to be under here. Like, putting fouls underneath Resurrection Ritual means that they would not be Darkened Disguised. Oh, I see. Alright, yeah, when the true form, whenever a target is destroyed by damage dealt, hit this card, play the top card of the environment deck. Oh, wait, you're actually going to do that all the time. Alright, fair enough. Do you want every card in play? Because that's how you get every card in play. But yeah, Resurrection Ritual would also be interesting because it would put Foul and the Mask of the Matriarch and Cohorts underneath here, which would mean that they can't come into play as easily. Except for the fact that Zhulong would almost certainly be in play. I can damage Wager Master. I could also hit Absolute Zero with the fire damage. I'm not going to hit Absolute Zero with the fire damage. It's tempting, though. Those 2 hit points I took, or I regained, I dealt myself anyway. Each player must destroy one of their ongoing or equipment cards. If fewer than 4 cards were destroyed this way, put this card face down in the villain play area. You know what I can destroy here? I can destroy Punish the Weak. Which is fine, because I already have another copy in my hand. I can play that when I want to. I'm not really happy with that destruction now, but at the same time, I have a modular realignment, so I'll just destroy the null point. I was gonna destroy turret mode anyway, so that wins. And is there... I have another Aegis. I don't need Aegis right now. I'm nowhere close to being dead. Love the idea of Zhulong using his I can't read that word. Inimitable. I'm sounding foolish because I know that word. I just have never pronounced that word before. Mastery of natural magic to resurrect a bunch of birds. Man, that sounds amazing. Well, now we know where the Birds movie comes from. I saw that movie once. It was a really good movie. I saw it in like high school. I don't want to flip a card. Toriyama. I'm kind of trying to find Savage Mana, so let's dig for Savage Mana here. We got Mare. We got Enduring Intercession. This is actually the environment. I shouldn't say the environment. There's many environments, but this is a good environment for Enduring Intercession. Because there's a lot of instances of 1 damage with the exception of the Shinobi Assassins and Zhulong. So I might want to get Enduring Intercession out. I'm gonna ditch Mare. I kind of want to hold on to the rest though, partly because Ground Pound. But now I can hit Wager Master. Yay! Like, I could have dealt even more damage to Wager Master if I discarded more for Haka of Battle, but I kind of wanted to hold on to all of those. And now I can modular realign, get the null point back. And the only target I really care about is Wager Master, so I'm just going to heal up. As long as it's not Birdemic. Oh man. Is that the bad movie that, like, has the worst CGI birds ever? I've not watched it, but I did watch CinemaSins' review of it, and I just loved how much, like, I think his name's even Jeremy. Same name as Jeremy as you know, Handelabra's Jeremy, but like, the first sin was like, all right, this is the first scene in the movie. We're just going in. We're gonna get a soundbite from this waitress. Please tell me you don't need to redub it. Hello. Oh man, ding. And it was like 45 minutes in. We're finally at the Birdemic. And then it's like, this guy just had an overnight idea for a software company and has sold it for $13 billion. How incredible. I'm still kind of waiting for Savage Mana. Everyone should watch that movie. We're kind of making progress here. It's slow progress, but like, we're still alive. I've not watched The Room either, but I've also watched CinemaSins' version of it. But the thing about The Room, I've seen like basically the best bad scenes. I I mean, because my name's Mark, everyone comes up to me and is like, oh, hi, Mark. And yes, I know what part of the movie that's from, and I love it. But if you've ever wondered whether you could say, oh, hi, Mark, to me and see if I would understand, yes. I would like a dozen red roses, please. Oh, hi, Johnny. I didn't know it was you. You're my favorite customer. Oh, which is it? You didn't know it was me or I'm your favorite customer? You can't have both. I totally just did not pay attention to what I just revealed. Let's do this over again. I am terrible at multitasking, so let's do this over again. Mare, I don't want. Impale is good. Sacrosanct Martyr is good. And I do have the Aegis. And the interesting thing is that I can power up Sacrosanct Martyr with Absolution. Look, I'm going to do something amazing here. So Fanatic's going to get Sacrosanct Martyr. And then I'm going to heal. Who Are You Fighting is in play, but I'm basically getting it set up so that when Wager Master flips, I can beat him in one round. That's my plan. Because Who Are You Fighting is currently in play, but when Wager Master flips, all condition cards are flipped face down. And presumably, I will make sure that he... I will make sure that... Well, I can't say I'll make sure, but there will be many possible cards from the flip face up that hopefully he will not flip Who Are You Fighting back face up. The thing to watch out for, of course, is that I don't flip conditions face down accidentally, which is sort of happening with Wagelings, but Unwise Wager is in play, which is going to help flip face down villain cards back face up, so it's all good. Have you ever wondered what it's like to beat up Fanatic? This is what beating up Fanatic looks like. You deal damage to Fanatic, and then you deal damage to Fanatic, and then you deal damage to Fanatic. Oh, was I dealt 9 radiant damage this turn? If you're wondering why I did all of that, it was so that I could hit Wager Master for 7. Was that necessarily wise? Eh. I have an Aegis. I'm not too concerned. If only I could make this one count, but oh well. Ooh, True Form's out. And he's hitting Haka. Oh, another unanswerable question. I have another mare. Just kidding, I don't have another mare. I have another Tomoko, but I kind of don't want to discard it because that's avoiding the Wageling damage. But I could just get rid of mare because I'm using Taiaha anyway. I have another modular realignment, so I think I'm going to ditch the null point again. This one's a bit more annoying. I certainly don't want to ditch Omni Cannon, but maintenance unit together with Embolden was the combo I was trying to use here. But I guess I could ditch maintenance unit and the Embolden on Bunker, so I don't have to worry about it as much. Like, we haven't been getting too much damage because we've been, like, reducing most of it. So this has been a pretty fun game. I think I'm going to Enduring Intercession, and now I don't have to worry about the environment. I could even destroy the Apprentice Poisoner and not worry about it. Unless a Shinobi Assassin comes out. from the environment, in which case Wager Master actually flips. Ow. Alright, onboard module. Oh right, the Impale was there. We knew that one. I have an Isothermic in hand, so let's put a null point in hand. Not that it really matters. Modular realign. I'm just gonna heal up. I'm not even gonna hit anything else. I think at this point I'm just gonna heal absolute 0. Because I don't want Wager Master to accidentally flip. Actually, Apprentice Poisoner is going off anyway. Because things. You have not missed viewer's choice. This is still the first game. I can hit True Form. I'm just gonna take out the Apprentice Poisoner. Now I don't have to worry about it. Plus Haka can draw a card. Still waiting on Savage Mana. Insert skeleton image here. Still waiting for OP to deliver. Each target deals itself 1. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Now I kind of want Absolute Zero to be highest. Oh well. 4 damage to Wager Master or heal myself, because I am at 11, but I mean it is double digits. The environment's not gonna Absolute Zero, so the only thing that could is Wager Master. So I'm just gonna hit Wager Master. I mean, the goal is to get Absolute Zero to be highest, so a Burning Sense of Failure hits Absolute Zero, but I keep wanting to hit Wager Master, so whoops. No. I'm gonna put that in play. So that if I have another power someday, I could use it. Or I could destroy it to use another power. Haka has Savage Mana! Yes! That's all I wanted in life. Absolute Zero has Horrorfire. Oh man, these are good cards. End of Days! I actually don't want End of Days. End of Days is what happens when Who Are You Fighting gets flipped back face up and I decide to destroy every other face down card just to start at Wager Master on a clean foot. But I want Savage Mana. I need Savage Mana. I could put True Form under Savage Mana and I don't have to worry about True Form anymore. Actually, if I put True Form... Yeah, if I put True Form underneath, I don't care about the environment anymore. Well, I guess Shinobi Assassins, but whatever. Zealous Offense is a great card. I would just need to make sure I do enough damage to keep it in play, but hey, I have Embolden. Yeah, Zealous Offense, and now I don't worry about Wagelings anymore. I already didn't worry about them, and now I don't worry about them even more. I think I'm going mad. I think I'm outright crazy at this point. So I gotta be careful. But I have an Aegis, so what does it matter? By the way, he's flipping. So there's that. Which actually might be bad. I mean, he's going to flip 2 conditions face down, so we're going to be dealt 2 damage several... Well, 1 damage a couple times. It only affects Absolute Zero, so it doesn't matter. But I think now is the time to try to take out Wager Master. I wanted to wait a little bit longer. Unless he does it. No, he didn't. Good. Alright, this is where things can get hairy. Pick a card, pick a fate, so I have to select a keyword. if I select one shot, well, it doesn't matter. What's the one? Impossible Quandary. He has 2 copies of those in his deck still. Flip 1 face down villain card is bad because that's going to get a condition back out. And that could put Who Are You Fighting back in play. I don't know that I'm worried about anything else. Like, breaking the rules would sort of screw us up a bit, but it wouldn't stop him outright. When does he regain HP? At the end of his turn. Okay, he's going to regain HP. And he's going to regain actually quite a bit of HP because we kind of got super set up over here. But anyway. I think I don't want one shot to be played, but I also don't want him to put What Do You Really Know out. So if I say ongoing, there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 ongoing cards out of 13, so it's still a greater than 50% chance. So I'm just going to say ongoing. And it was a Wagelings. Hello, how are you doing? He's going to hit the Shinobis. This is actually going to hit Fanatic, which is annoying. Let's see. Alright, see you later, missing number. I could just put this on Haka's, and then he'll go after Wagelings. If I can't destroy Wager Master this round, I could at least keep lowering the chances of him getting Who Are You Really Fighting back out. So I think that's what I'm going to try to do. The problem is that now Absolute Zero's lowest. Actually, Fanatic was already lower than Wagelings, but now Absolute Zero's lowest. So if I want to make sure that the Wagelings are hit by the Shinobi Assassin, I need to do damage to them. And I could accomplish that with Rampage! But that would also hit Absolute Zero, which I don't want to do. I think this is a time for Ground Pound. I'm not worried about... Like, I'm more worried about Wager Master dealing extra damage now. Actually, if I do Ground Pound, then the Shinobi Assassins get drawn and they don't do anything. Which is okay because I don't really... Well, I guess I wanted them to hit the Wagelings, so I guess there's that. I can't Vitality Surge because that's going to draw and hit Absolute Zero. I could punish the weak and get set up for a Rampage next turn, I guess. Because then that would do extra damage to Wager Master, but then he'll have regained way more HP. He kind of regained a lot on his turn, which is tragic. Yeah, I think I'm going to punish the weak. This will still do enough damage that the Shinobi Assassins will go after Wagelings. Yeah. But Absolute Zero super needs to heal now. Oh man. At least Impale's really working well. Frostbound Drain is going to kill Absolute Zero. Horfire would keep Absolute Zero alive. So I'm going to do that. We'll aim the cold at himself. And then we'll hit Wager Master because we kind of have to hit something else. And then we'll just heal. And then I'm going to use this hit to also heal. And then I'm gonna go and heal. And because I could... Well, how much damage have I done? I've done 3, so I can hit Wager Master with this. I'm just gonna aim it at myself. So it doesn't matter that I'm being dealt this 7, because I'm gonna deal myself 8. So no matter what damage I would have dealt to myself, as long as I didn't incap myself, I would have regained back to 12. Because that's how math works. Now, do I want to move 3 cards under Omni Cannon? I don't really. I kind of want to External Combust. This will do me 1. It will hit everyone for 3. The problem is I'm going to destroy all these Shinobis. If we had another onboard module installation, we could shuffle the Shinobis into Absolute Zero's deck. But we're kind of running out of things for them to hit. Unless I could get them targeting Wager Master, which is possible, actually. The problem is Fanatic is at 5. But yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and play it. If I do, I may use an additional... Actually, yes, I will do that. Because my Omni Cannon is charged. So I'm going to External Combust. I'm going to hit a bunch of things. Which is going to trigger this. And now my sort of hope is that I can get him low enough on Fanatic's turn. The part of the problem, though, is that Fanatic... Divine Focus deals the villain with the highest, so... I could just put it on Fanatic's deck and hope that... Well, she doesn't need cards, really, so... We'll put it on Fanatic. Actually, when I reveal the top card of each deck... Ugh, that's gonna reveal Fanatic. Arrgh. Why? If I reveal the top card of Fanatic's deck, is that gonna cycle through all of those if I reveal her card? Let's just do this. Let's see what happens here. First, let's reveal Fanatic. Because I want to see if this is gonna keep... Because I know, like, when you draw a card, it would cycle through all the card draws, but is it going to do this? Oh, right, we have that. Okay, Fanatic's okay with this, I guess. We forgot about Enduring Intercession. I guess that's okay. Except it revealed all those cards and then proceeded to not play a card, or reveal the Fanatic card, jeez. So, I guess I could still put the top card of her deck in play, I just won't know what it is. There's a Ground Pound, that's a nice one. Focused Apertures, External Combustion. Because I don't know what the top card of Fanatics is. I already forgot what Absolute Zeros was. I think I'm not gonna bother. I'm gonna put out Ground Pound. Discard 2. Do we have a Punish the Weak now in play? Yeah, we do. Because then I don't need that, and I'm not gonna use Mare now. But I will use my Omni Cannon. And I'll stop the True Form from dealing damage. Divine Focus would be the most consistent damage dealing, but if I do Smite the Transgressor, I do 2 with this. I do 3 with this. That's 7, but then Sacrosanct Martyr would do 4. Which isn't enough to take him out. So I don't think he's going to... Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to destroy him. Unless the environment plays Mysterious Ceremonies. But if the environment plays Mysterious Ceremonies, I'd want to play Smite the Transgressor anyway. So I'm going to Divine Focus. Because then you have it. And because Sacrosanct Martyr, I can't do a full 5 because Undaunted's going to reduce that by 2. If I do 4, I do 4 damage to Wager Master, but I'm going to do 3. And if I lose because of 1 HP, here's the moment where I lost. Oh, and I do have another power. Oh, right, I have another power. I forgot about that, actually. I don't think that really changes anything now. So I could do myself 4 to deal 4 to put him at 5, and I'll do 2 at the start of Zhu Long's turn and 2 at the start of Wager Master's turn. But I don't think that's enough damage going around. Urgh. And this isn't because this is not the moment where I lost. I want to do another +1. But I don't have enough powers, and I don't have enough damage sources. I mean, either the environment plays Mysterious Ceremonies and I win, or it doesn't. It doesn't matter what I do here, so I'm just going to regain the hit point and keep Fanatic alive. Oh hey, Wrathful Retribution. I would have loved that a second ago. I'm not going to keep this in play because it's actually going to heal up Wager Master. And I'm going to discard End of Days. Mysterious Ceremonies! Yeah! Because now Fanatic can play Wrathful Retribution and end it right now. Oh boy! That was a fun Wager Master game, I have to say. Because, like, he was trying to play a game, but it kind of played a Sentinels game instead. I don't know. Ultimate Wager Master has been defeated. He is crossed off my list. He has been greended on this list. And so in the Summer of Ultimates, we have 1 fewer villain we have to defeat. So who's ready for viewer's choice? Ah. Everyone's ready to go for it. Alright, we have Rubber Rats, Dragon 240, Darren 2500. For some reason I went to the main menu instead of hitting new game, but here we are at the new game screen. Selfaria wants in. Anybody else? Also, my favorite part of that game was Enduring Intercession being played and used and saving Fanatic. Even though I forgot about it at the time that happened. But that was still fun. Alright, so I'm going to start asking questions, but if anyone else wants to join in, you are free to pipe in whenever you need to. Rubber Rats, classic or team? Playing classic, which means the villains that we have to defeat are from this list. And this question goes to Dragon Master. Choose the villain from that list. Darren 2500, 3, 4, or 5 heroes. Selfaria. Choose hero number 1. Rubberettes, choose hero number 2. Dragon, choose hero number 3. And then I wait and see what the hero choices, or the number of heroes. Extremist Sky is a hero. Barrettes choose Setback. Dragon votes for Kaargra. Oh boy! Ultimate Kaargra. Hero number 3 is Supply and Demand Benchmark. Not Stuntman. No, Stuntman, go away, please. Benchmark, Supply and Demand, and Darren said 5 heroes! So, choose hero number 4. Self-area, choose hero number 5. And then Rubberettes, choose the environments. And those are all the questions. Thanks for playing, everyone! Self-area's hero 5, that's Nightmist. Hero 4 is action hero Stuntman. He made his appearance after all. There he is. The final Wasteland. Oh boy. Are we going to remove Kaargra from the game so that we win? There was actually like a thread on Greater Than Games at one point when Wrath of the Cosmos first came out. Because if you remove Kaargra from the game, you win. Like, there's no more favor pool to worry about. And so people were trying to set it up in a way to win with the fewest favor points. I think I originated the thread, maybe. I don't remember exactly, but I know I contributed like a 13-0 game. And I think someone had a 1-0 game, or they even had 0-0. It was kind of impressive. Whoops, I just droodled all right, what's up? Okay, so the advanced rule on the front: at the end of the villain turn, 2 tokens are added to the Bloodsworn favor pool. On the flip side, at the end of the villain turn, the top 2 card of that's all, folks. At the end of the villain turn, the top 2 cards of the title deck are revealed and put under Kaargra Warfang's character card, with their effects still visible. So this also gives them 2 favor because they win a title, but it also puts 2 titles under Kaargra Warfang, which is, so you kind of don't want titles to be in the deck. In the challenge rule, whenever a gladiator card enters play, the top card of the title deck is revealed and put under that gladiator card with the effects still visible. So basically, yeah, this does basically the advanced rule, but on gladiators, but only when they enter play. And this also makes it so you don't want there to be extra titles in play, or in the deck. So you kind of want the title deck to play as fast as possible to benefit the gladiators as less as possible. But this can be a bit of a hectic match. So let's see what happens. So I dripped on me, but I don't know where it dripped because I don't feel wet anywhere. So now I wonder if I actually dripped or if it was my imagination. Am I drinking that much that I don't know what I'm drinking? It looks like you've learned some new tricks. I'm sure the crowd will love them. My powers have gotten much better, so my beating of you will be improved as well. That is a terrible voice. I am very bad at impersonations. I used to think I was great at them, but at some point I got paranoid that I actually thought I was good at them, but not actually good at them, and then I got bad at them. Skyscraper Extremist has Cortex Hyperstimulator, Microassembler, Rest and Recover, and Undetectable Relinking. Setback has Exceeded Expectations, Karmic Retribution, Looking Up, and Plucky Break. Supply and Demand Benchmark has Flyby. I can't read that. Intervening Path Calculator, Multipoint HUD, and Shunt Energy. Action Hero Stuntman has Lance Flam's Moving Target, No Time to Bleed, and Planquez-Vous. And Nightmist has Elder Ring, Enlightenment, Mists of Time, and Oblivion. 2 3s, a 4, and a 1. For what it's worth. So the first title, well, first Starry enters play, and she gets the Unbreakable. And then the Seeker comes out when you damage someone with a damage-reducing effect. Bloodsworn Judgment, there's nothing to destroy, but Starry gets Chaos Lord. Uh-oh. At least Kaargra doesn't have it. Get back in there, puts Kaargra into play. And she gets 2 titles. Soulslayer Perith gets a title. That title is the Living Weapon, which does nothing to a gladiator. Kaargra gets Champion, so her damage is irreducible. And Reckless, so when she's dealt damage, she regains 1. I mean, it could be worse. Certainly could be worse. So I think that it is prudent for me to target Kaargra. Because Starry damages the hero with the second highest. I don't really care about her too much. Soulslayer Perith deals the non-villain target with the lowest, which will almost always be an environment card. Granted, whenever this card destroys a card, this card deals each non-villain target to Infernal. That's a little bad. But I'm not really worried about her. Kaargra, however, is awful. So I might put the Cortex Hyperstimulator on her, except her damage is irreducible. I would be able to use it just so she could damage herself at the start of her turn. Except she's going to regain a hit point when that happens. So the next question is there a hero who would profit from Micro Assembler? Skyscraper potentially can. Because we can get any number of things. We could give it to Nightmist to get the amulet, certainly. Stuntman has several equipment cards he would enjoy having. We kind of don't want there to be damage reduction, by the way, because the Seeker's out there. So I don't want to accidentally put out damage reduction. So like putting out stylish armor would give a favor point to someone. So yeah, I guess Micro Assembler on Nightmist. And then let's play a card! Oh. Or I could... Well. I don't want to play a Link, because that one's not going to help. Oh, I guess I could... I could give it to Perith. Yeah, we'll give it to Perith. I don't want to give it to Starry. Explosive Reveal, deal things, deal damage. Actually, this would do extra damage to Kaargra because of Nemesis bonus. I'm going to destroy the Cortex Hyperstimulator. So then I could do 3 and 3 damage. Yay! So, like, we are behind, but at the same time, if Fatal Fans comes out, we gain 5 tokens. So we're not really that worried. I'm not worried just yet. I could also lose on the next round, so it sort of does matter. But I'm not immediately worried. I don't want to play Softwares... Kind of. I mean, I could do Shunt Energy to deal 4 damage to Kaargra. She'll regain 1 back, though. Yeah, I'll do Shunt Energy, actually. I don't want to play Softwares because they'll destroy themselves, except then I proceed to do so anyway. I was thinking of using Flyby, but she would regain 1 back anyway. Alright, then... Starry the Bloody is currently targeting Nightmist. It would be bad if she was targeting Stuntman with no time to bleed, because then he would hit Starry and Kaargra would play a card. I could Planquez-Vous. That would prevent Kaargra's damage, which means that it avoids happening, even though it's irreducible. When this card is destroyed, you may use a power. Yeah, we'll Planquez-Vous and we'll Lance Flammies. So that when Planquez-Vous is destroyed, Stuntman can use Lance Flammies. Okay. So Oblivion is not likely to be played with Starry having Chaos Lord. Enlightenment can give cards. Mists of Time can flip decks for some reason. Elder Ring would increase damage. I kind of want to Elder Ring, but I'm also not likely to deal damage straight up. I think, like, I could play Enlightenment just to draw more cards. Yeah, I'll just do that. I get a 3! And there's the amulet. Let me guess, I'm going to draw both of them, and now I can't put them into play. Oh, no, we're good. We're fine. And then I can go ahead and discard a card. I'm not likely to play Astral Premonition, but I'll get the amulet out. Horrid Skunk Ape. That is a bad one, because he's going to hit Starry. So first, let's hit Kaargra. He regains it back anyway. Oh well. I'm gonna hit everyone else but Starry, and then we'll see what happens. I don't think it's gonna matter. I don't think, like, she's not gonna do damage that would do extra things. Ashclaw Revelos. Oh boy. And he gets Stonejaw. Which is funny, because normally it's Stonejaw enters play and then Ashclaw Revelos gets the title, but that was in a different order. Alright, Provocateur Tarnus comes out. Provocateur Tarnus has the Indiscriminate, which is excellent because... Does he do his own damage? I don't know. I don't think he does. He does. Okay. Increase damage dealt by this target by 1. Okay. The Mindbreaker, when a target is dealt damage by 5 different sources in 1 round. So we have to avoid this going on to Kaargra. But here's something we can do. Yes. And then Lance Flammies. This takes out Horrid Skunk Ape. Gives me a title, or sorry, adds a title after a target is destroyed without dealing damage to it. What's the other one? When a target damages another target that has a damage reducing effect. You know how I can get that one? By not redirecting the Provocateur Tarnus, because I'm dumb. So let's not do that then. So many things to have to keep track of in a Kaargra game that I always end up forgetting something. So I'm not going to hit Starry, so we can redirect Starry's damage to Provocateur Tarnus. Then I can hit Ashclaw Revelos, who then gives Stuntman the Seeker. The other ones are Indiscriminate and... Mindbreaker and Deathcaller. Which Stuntman could also get Deathcaller out of turn. Hey, Pirate Savvy! Welcome to Dolphin's Dive! Well, we're playing Ultimate Kaargra Warfang, and she already has 10 points out of 20 to win. Plus, she's also flipped. I'm gonna hit Kaargra because that does a +2. And then... neither of these characters have a reaction. Stuntman could have, but we didn't get it out there. But whoever we hit is going to be hit by Starry for 2. Soulslayer Parith is going to target Benchmark or the person we hit, and an Ashclaw Revelos is going to hit that person as well. So I have to make sure I choose this wisely because I don't want Stuntman to not be able to deal damage because he's the one who can spread a bunch of +2s out. Is this like Magic? It is similar to Magic. It is sort of like a cooperative version of Magic without deck building. I've not actually played Magic that well, but I know that there are similar mechanics. And I know that a lot of people who play Magic go into Sentinels using Magic terminology, and it's kind of the same thing. I don't know that it's likely that Skyscraper is going to deal damage. Benchmark could. In fact, he has Shunt Energy, so he can. So we need Skyscraper to be lowest. The Impassable Anduin. And the title deck is empty. Alright. We are no longer worried about them getting titles. So the Ultimate and Challenge rules are not applicable right now. It's also got superheroes. What? No way. Did that actually work out the way I wanted it to? Skyscraper cannot deal damage. Perfect. Deal to hero with the most cards in play 3 melee. Has Nightmist not been dealt damage yet? What? I did not mean to hit that. I just wanted to see if she had or not. Because I could do that and redirect someone else. But I also kind of don't want to. Yeah, I'm gonna just I'm gonna rewind. Alright guys, if you missed what happened, here's what happened in the past 5 minutes. Fishing for fickle fans. I mean, they're at 10 points. They're not really going to win too many favor points though. Am I winning? That's a deep question. Technically I'm losing because it's 10-1, but it's only the beginning of the second round, so it's too early to tell. Alright, then I redirected Starry. And I got that title. And then... what did I do? I hit Ashclaw. No, I didn't even get the title. I got a favor point. Then I got the title. Then I hit Kaargra, who had the +2. And regained 1. And then I hit Skyscraper so that she was lowest. And then we got, oh my gosh, the Impassable Anduin. No way. Ah! Starry goes off, Soulslayer Parith goes off, Ashclaw Revelos goes off, Tarnus goes off. So there's not really that much, like, we don't have the ones that deal lots of damage, really, so it's not too bad. I'm going to do this to Setback, I think. And then I think I'm going to put the Compulsion canister. I think I'm going to go ahead and give that to Nightmist. No. Maybe. No. I'm going to give it to Soulslayer No. Wait, no. No one has a +1 on their side, right? Reduced to 0 fewer. Play a card. Increase damage dealt by this hero's innate power. You're not a hero. Oh. Oh, no, man. No, please. I'm trying to avoid having to redirect to Provocateur Tarnus, but I can't. Because if I put it on Nightmist, she can redirect it and then do the second blow, but freaking Tarnus is getting in the way. Yeah, we'll do Nightmist. Because she can discard 2. I'm not going to do Oblivion just yet. I don't think Elder Ring. That redirects the Tarnus. And then I can hit Kaargra. And then I can play nothing. Move a link from my trash. Sure. Rebounding Debilitator. Perfect. I want that one. That card's mine now. So that's going to prevent Kaargra's first instance of super damage. I can exceed expectations and deal damage to several targets. That will give us a favor point. I think that's my best bet. I doubt that Silver Lining's going to come into play because I don't think the match is going to last long enough. So I'm going to just... So we'll get rid of the 2. We'll use up Tarnus's redirect. Hit Kaargra. And then I will hit Kaargra. See, we're halfway there. So... Oh, right, I don't have shot energy. Right, that part's gone. So, how many sources? Extremist Skyscraper's been dealt by 3 sources? Really? Already? That's interesting. If Skyscraper gets it but can't deal damage, that's kind of better because then I don't accidentally hit Starry when I don't want to. I think I'm going to flyby because I have to do damage to Kaargra, and this gives me a favor point. Wager Master was defeated, yes, and I enjoyed that match greatly. And now... Tarnus is at 4. So I'm kind of gonna go a little suicidal here. I'll play a card. Redeploy. Reinforced Chassis. Then I can move the soft excuse me. Move a software to my hand. Shunt Energy. Sounds good. And then I will play a card. Threat Neutralizer. Not too exciting. Better late than never, he says. Okay, no time to bleed. This is going to go swimmingly. I'm going to hint. I'm going to hit Skyscraper. She's going to get a +2, but she gets Mindbreaker. She can't deal damage, but she has Mindbreaker. And then I'm going to use up a redirect. Then... Actually, if I hit Tarnus again, she's like, he's going to be super dead soon. And then Kaargra. Now what? I could Oblivion. That would actually give us a lot of favor. The problem is we're tied. I don't want to get a Fickle Fans when we're ahead, because then we lose a lot of points. So I think I'm kind of leaning towards not playing Heedless Lash, because if I destroy Tarnus myself, I get a favor point. I kind of don't want to be even either. I kind of want to... Well, if I hit Starry... Well, no, because that's going to play a card. Yeah, I don't really like the fact that we're tied. And I kind of wish I didn't do as much as I did. Actually... Yeah, I'm going to undo Stuntman's turn. That was exciting, doing extra damage, but that was part of the problem. So, redirect to Tarnus. Oh, and then also hit Skyscraper. That was part of that. Hit Kaargra. Yeah, and then if I don't hit anything else, then we're still behind. But we're still in the running for Fickle Fans. And then, if I Heedless Slash, the problem is I'm going to get a favor point. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to skip. I could still get an equipment card from my deck. Starshield Necklace or Tome of Elder Magic. I could also skip, and draw 2. And I think I'm going to do that just so I can have more opportunities for redirect. And I get a Tome of Elder Magic anyway, so that's the one I would have discarded for. It's not in play, but it is in my hand. Unforgiving Wasteland. So we could remove Kaargra from the game if we stack our decks right. Get back in there does nothing. Destroy this card. I kind of prefer it in the trash. Ooh, and then I can redirect this one. Yes. So then... I don't think I'm going to use Mist of Time. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm going to just Tome. It's going to redirect to Tarnus. Yeah, we'll use up the redirect. Dim Karn. So how did that title, the Indiscriminate, when a target deals damage to multiple hero targets and multiple villain targets in the same turn, put this card under that target. Hey, guess who can get that one? Nightmist can easily get that one. Who is considered to have the second highest HP? If I hit Stuntman, he hits Starry, and then she plays another card, but it could give us the Fickle Fans we want. It could also give us a Bloodsworn Judgment, which is not as fun. I'm going to err on the side of caution here. Oh, hey, guess what's going to deal damage to everything anyway? And this is going to also give, this is going to give Skyscraper the Indiscriminate. So I have to be careful here. But I think I want Starry to go off first. Because I don't exactly trust... Yeah, let's do this in case a Fickle Fans gets played. Fickle Fans! Yeah! Perfect. That puts us at 15. We might actually have a chance here. Nightmist's redirect is already used up. So, what I should do is hit everyone. But first I'll hit all the heroes. There's no point in not hitting the heroes first. And then I definitely want to hit Kaargra last. Is there anyone who I don't care Actually, I guess I have... Or I already hit one villain. I have to hit a second villain. And is there one... Well, Soul Slayer Parrot already went off, so I'm just going to do damage to it. Then you get the Indiscriminate. Oh my god! Then the rest of this doesn't matter. So all we have to do is destroy Kaargra, I think, basically. And I'm pretty sure we can do that. At the very least, we can have Nightmist use Oblivion and most likely do it. But is there another way we can pull this off? Skyscraper cannot deal damage, which is not the end of the world. So, Impossible Andolin. So this doesn't really matter too much. Unless there's a +1 somewhere, which... there isn't. Dimkarn's 2 with the highest. I don't think it really matters, though. I'm just gonna hit Skyscraper. Because... reasons, I guess. I don't know. Alright, I gotta get 2 favor points, and I have to destroy Kaargra. Can I do it? I can undetectable relinking to bring back the compulsion canister. So that's the play. Is there a hero that wants an equipment card? Discard a card, then search your deck for an equipment card. Because we can get any hardware for free. Well, not really for free. I could put out onboard cooling systems that would let him use an additional power the first time a software enters play, deal damage. That doesn't really help, though. Because he doesn't have a power that's really awesome in combo with that. Stuntman could get any equipment card, but he's probably going to lance Flammies. And Nightmist doesn't... Yeah, so I'm not even going to bother. I'm just going to put the compulsion canister on Nightmist. Because then I can discard 2. Might have been a little better to do that on Stuntman, but whatever. Oh no, I can't deal damage. So much for this power. I'll switch to normal. Okay. Remove 2 tokens, draw a card, deal 2 damage, or deal 1 target, deal yourself, add 2 tokens. Neither of them matter. So I'll go with Plucky Break. Thank you for the cheer, Infinity DD. Shunt Energy gives us a favor point, which is required at some point. So we should have this unless Stuntman, or unless Nightmist reveals 2 1s, I think. Because Stuntman's going to give Kaargra a +2. So, we'll Coupe Vexant. Well, actually, no, we got this right here, because we're going to deal damage here, gives Kaargra a +2, and then Lance Flammies does it. So I don't have to worry about Nightmist at all. We've done it! We did it, team! We won! Yeah! Hey, Dover! How are you doing? I did not think that was going to be that easy. I think Kaargra games are kind of swingy, but we kind of, like, we had several things. Oh, hey, 100 bits. Thank you, Dover, for the 100 bitties. We had several things working in our favor. We didn't have the terrible Kaargra cards come out, like the gladiators that, like if this card deals damage to each hero target, add 5 tokens to the Bloodsworn favor pool. Like that's a ridiculous one. Or the one that adds tokens depending on the number of environment cards in play. That's another awful one. Fickle Fans is always a terrible card, and there's actually a discussion about the awfulness of this card in the Handelabra Discord like earlier this week, and I said it's not that bad. You kind of can plan around it, and hey, guess what? We did. We utilized Fickle Fans to win this game, and I needed to make sure that the hero favor was less than the Bloodsworn favor in order to be able to pull it off. Because remember, when Fickle Fans entered play, it was 10 hero favor versus 11 hero favor, which meant that we got the 5 tokens. If I left us tied, or even worse, if I tried to increase our favor beyond that, Fickle Fans would have come out, and we would have been at like 7 to 14, or no, 7 to 16, I think. If we were at 12 to 11 before, we would have been at 7 to 16 afterwards. We almost certainly would have lost. And I think that understanding how Fickle Fans works and planning around it is key to winning Kaargra games, which is why I think that a lot of people who struggle against Kaargra probably are doing so because they don't understand Fickle Fans. Admittedly, you need to count on Fickle Fans coming out, which doesn't always come out, but we got it to come out at precisely the right time. How appropriate is it? How appropriate is it that Skyscraper is the one who got the worst of this? I kind of threw Skyscraper under the bus, admittedly, but she did actually contribute a lot in that game. Her Mindbreaker and Indiscriminate contributed immensely. Alright, it is 7:41. I'm going to go ahead and do another game real quick. I'm going to try to make this one a bit fast, in all honesty, because I don't want to spend too long. But it's going to be a team game. Oh, that means it's going to be bad. But we're going to hit random. I'm going to do what Migrant Peace had to do last week, which was remove the ones that you've already beaten. So Fright Train was beaten. Airmine was beaten, so hit random again. Capitan and Misinformation have not been beaten. And all of these need to be on their hardest difficulties, which, because these are all villains, they are only advanced. None of them have challenge rules yet. So, we're going to play Advanced Biomancer, Advanced Citizen's Hammer and Anvil, Advanced Ambuscade, Advanced La Capitan, and Advanced Misinformation versus Extreme Primordans Haka, Skyscraper, Expatriette, Hunted Naturalist, and Stuntman in Time Cataclysm. What could possibly go wrong? Can you feel your flesh crawl? But of course, it crawls to me. Come at me with all your might. It's time for us to go toe-to-toe. Everyone together now. Kamate, kamate. Alright. So, Extreme Primordial Haka has 2 Enduring Intercessions, a Taumoko, and Vitality Surge. Skyscraper has Microassembler, Proportionist, Tectonic Chokeslam, and Undetectable Relinking. Expatriette has Hair Trigger Reflexes, Shock Rounds, Tactical Shotgun, and Unload. Hunted Naturalist has Bestial Shift, Cornered Beast, Crafty Assault, and the Nimble Gazelle. And Stuntman has Kupfasond, Lance Flemmies, Ambuscade, and Stylish Armor. So, the advanced rules. For Biomancer, at the start of Biomancer's turn, if there are 5 or fewer villain targets in play, the top card of Biomancer's deck is played. Haven't really had that trigger yet. Citizen's Hammer and Anvil. Increased damage dealt by Citizen Hammer by 1. Reduce damage dealt to Citizen Anvil and Citizen Hammer by 1. So they hit harder and you hit them less hard. Ambuscade. At the start of the game, cards are revealed from the top of Ambuscade's deck until 2 snares are revealed and put into play. Other revealed cards are shuffled back into Ambuscade's deck, so we start with 2 snares immediately. Capitan. At the end of La Capitan's turn, 1 hero ongoing card is destroyed, so you have to be mindful of that. Misinformation. Reduce damage dealt by hero targets by 1. Alright, we have our first priority. Misinformation. Duplex Patriette. Clone Ranger. So those aren't actually the worst Flesh Children. Bastion, however, is the worst. Did you guys like dealing damage? Because we're not going to have you deal damage in this game. Whenever that player draws a card, each target in his play area deals itself 2 melee damage. Well, guess what? We can't actually deal damage that well. Briggs Net, whenever this hero would deal damage. Well, I guess Skyscraper is not going to deal damage. Chiquito is out. Altered Fates. Villain targets are immune to damage. This is awful. They're going to finish the game at max HP because I can't do a darn thing. Oh, man. I'm going to just keep drinking over here because I don't know what the chances are of this. Oh, man. The annoying thing about my mic stand, I just realized, is that I usually drink with my left hand, but my mic is like the stand. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can't really see it that well. Like, wow. Ah! This is my room. The stand is like right there. See? This is the stand that's being used. I normally drink like this. The problem is, there's a stand here now. That's what my room looks like. Alright. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to drink with my right hand. I'm gonna Talmoko. And I'm gonna redirect damage from someone. This actually is going to undo. So Altered Fates here. The first time a hero card enters play each turn, Misinformation deals the hero with the highest HP 2 psychic damage. If I utilize Extreme Primordial's Haka's power, which says redirect damage that will be dealt to that target to Haka instead whenever Haka is dealt damage, this way he regains 1 HP. If I select the hero with the highest HP, that undoes it. However, that target is Haka. I could actually select Haka. That's that's really funny. I did not notice this show all targets button. Oh man, that's they have the show all targets button here so that you don't select Haka because you can't redirect from yourself to yourself. They only have that button there to stop that from happening. I find that super amusing. Yeah, so much for that snare. Deal each non-villain target 1 damage. Guess what? This one's increased by 1. But Skyscraper was dealt 0 damage. And they're all at max HP because they're all immune to damage. Who's considered to have the second highest? That would be Skyscraper because we can redirect it for an extra hit point. So that mitigated the damage immensely. Yeah, so World improved. At the end of a hero's turn, if no cards were played and no powers are used, that turn destroy this card. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to do that. The issue, however, is that Capitan's gonna destroy a card, and I don't want to destroy Talmoko. I could destroy Proportionist, because Expatriette currently can't really do anything anyway, so I'm just gonna have Expatriette skip her turn. So we'll Proportionist. And then I will draw 2, and then I will draw 1. So... Oh, right, Rayman's is going to destroy an equipment, but we don't have equipments. So we have equipment destruction and we have ongoing destruction right now. So our setup's going to be set back, no pun intended. Actually, no pun intended, because there's no setback in this game. But we can destroy a world improved. Not that that really helps, because I can't damage anything. The environment takes a full turn right now. Oh, good. Typhoon. I really didn't want to have cards to play. Ugh. There's a lot of problems with this right now, by the way. A lot of problems with what's going on right now. These are all great cards, unfortunately. I guess there are no ongoings other than Altered Fates, which I don't care about right now, so I'm going to get rid of Crafty Assault. The key problem right now, and there's several problems, but problem number 1, misinformation is reducing damage dealt by hero targets by 1. So it's making us much harder to be able to damage anything. Citizen Anvil says reduce damage dealt to Citizen Anvil and Citizen Hammer by 1, so damage dealt to these two guys is reduced by 2. And Bastion says, reduce damage dealt to villain character cards other than Citizen Anvil by 2. So Citizen Anvil has a total damage reduction of 2. Villain cards other than... Villain character cards other than Citizen Hammer have a total damage reduction of 3. Citizen Hammer has a damage reduction of 4. Damage reduction sucks. So I kind of am very wary of this right now because I can't really damage anything unless I can do 3 damage or more at once, and his name is Citizen Anvil. Or it's 4 or more damage and it's anyone. Or it's 5 or more damage and it's Hammer. So I'm kind of not really too optimistic. That said, you know who has an amazing power here is Stuntman, because irreducible damage. So anytime I can get him to do irreducible damage, I need to take that, basically, is what I'm saying. So that's our goal, is to get Stuntman to win the game. But yeah, his base power is going to be the one that's useful here. All right, Nimble Gazelle. Might as well play that one, because that immediately activates Gazelle effects. In particular, Bestial Shift, Naturalist regains 3 HP, Maze of Power, can use Gazelle. And you could select Crocodile to deal 3 damage, which is 0, so I shouldn't do that. So instead, I will do Rhino and reduce damage dealt to me by 1. Oh, man. Oh, no, we don't have any equipment cards out. At the end of Misinformation's turn, each player destroys one of their equipment cards. If no equipment cards are destroyed this way, destroy this card. Guess what? We had none. Alright, yeah, this says the top card of each hero deck is moved to the bottom, and that actually gives us some information. So, Enduring Intercession is on the bottom. Oh, right, we moved these cards, so I guess I'm not getting these cards back. Except for Naturalist, who lost Predator's Eye, which is a bit shameful. Each player may move one card from their trash into their hand. Oh, I like that one. I swear I can never remember how Internal Collapse works, because I swear like one game, Internal Collapse only worked if it was still in play. So like the card says, at the end of Misinformation's turn, each player destroys one of their equipment cards. If no equipment cards are destroyed this way, destroy this card, then each player may move one card from their trash into their hand. I played a game, I swear that this card, moving cards from your trash into their hand, happened if this card stayed in play. So I learned that, and I played a game next week, and after that week, they changed the rules on me with an update, and I didn't know it because I kept this card in play and I didn't move cards into my hand. I'm like, how do you move cards into your hand? I don't know. But I guess it's because of the word then that it's supposed to happen. It's supposed to happen if a card is destroyed, which makes sense, but it's annoying that I played 2 games in 2 weeks that had different effects. Alright, we have to take out Misinformation if we want to deal damage. I mean, we have to take out Anvil if we want to deal damage. We also have to take out Misinformation if we want to deal damage. I don't even know what to do anymore. Oh good, main computer room. That is exactly what I wanted. Who wants a card play? Does anyone want a card play? Let's give it to Misinformation. Hero with the highest HP deals themselves 3 psychic. Your damage is prevented. If that target is a character card, that hero's player discards their hand, shuffles their trash into their deck, and draws 4 cards. Well, you know, I didn't really want my hand anyway. These villains don't really work well together. Oh, but I didn't have a choice in my discard, which is a bit of a bug that I need to make a note of. Chiquito. And what was this card? Once I can actually get back to it. Because I had to discard my hand, but I didn't have a choice as to what my first card was, and Chiquito stole my first card, so... the card was Focused Insanity. Because I am very painfully aware of how Chiquito works after all the games I've played with Chiquito, that if I don't have a choice on how to do it, I'm annoyed. Yep, Stuntman. This is another environment that doesn't really do that much indiscriminate damage, so I think I'm going to Enduring Intercession. So that if Surprise Shopping Trip comes out, this is actually super nice, except for Bastion, but it'll be super nice. Hey, Bastion's gone. I know, right? Fast-paced game. Remember when I said this was a fast-paced game? Never before have I been so wrong. Wait, who did I select? Oh, did I select Expatriette? Oh, yeah, I selected Expatriette. Because for some reason, I know why, because I select Show All Targets. And so I selected hero number 2 instead of hero number 1, because I was used to Show All Targets. That's why I was confused. So my new goal is to get Surprise Shopping Trip out. If I can get Surprise Shopping Trip, then the villains just kind of die. Because none of them have damage reduction other than hammer and anvil. And technically, I mean, yeah, Biomancer does, but at the end of Citizen Hammer and Anvil's turn, Citizen Hammer deals each non-villain target 1 fire damage, and Citizen Hammer and Citizen Anvil regain 1 HP each. That's fine. So alright, so Bastion's gone, so I can damage things a little more easily. The only issue is hitting Hammer and Anvil, but that's fine. In fact, Compulsion Canister is amazing in this kind of situation. I could also go huge, but that's going to do only 1 damage to things. Actually, I can't even go huge. Do you have any links in play? No. So let's incursion and see what we have. We have Microassembler and Cortex Hyperstimulator. Alright, who wants this one? Haka is using his power on Skyscraper. Skyscraper is using her power for Compulsion Canister. Expatriette, she has a tactical shotgun, right? So she's going to use her power for that. So the only hero that would sort of make sense is Stuntman, except he deals irreducible damage. We'll put it on Stuntman, and maybe we'll just keep getting things that we can utilize. Reduce the first damage dealt by the target each turn by 1. At the end of its turn, the target deals itself 1 lightning. The nice thing about this is this isn't reduced. Well, technically it's reduced. But if I put it on misinformation, I'm not really worried about her ongoing card, though, is the problem. And, no, Hammer has a +1. Hammer could do extra damage to himself, I guess. Because he will do damage on his turn. And then he'll deal himself 1 lightning. Yeah, so we'll put on Hammer. Then I'm going to go play up to 2 link cards, like Compulsion Canister on Hammer, because he has a +1. And then I could do the second blow. I should be worried about the main computer room, but instead I'm more worried about misinformation. I'll return the Compulsion Canister to hand. I'm gonna lose an equipment card, I guess, by Ray Manta, but because we just did Linking Incursion, I'm not actually worried. Oh good, you're immune to damage, because Haka's in play. Oh good, Enticing Target is in play. Right, so Desert Eagle, if Haka is active in this game, this card is immune to damage from villain targets. This card deals a hero target with the highest X projectile damage or X is this card's HP, which is, by the way, Skyscraper. Prevent damage or deal yourself damage. Actually, Concealed Pitfall did nothing, so we'll just keep that out there. I'll put it on Skyscraper because it's going to redirect to Haka anyway if it matters, which it doesn't really matter. When this card is destroyed, search your deck for an equipment card, put it in your hand, shuffle your deck, then play a card or use a power. And I could use a power to deal 3 irreducible damage to misinformation. Which I will do. And the interesting thing is Hidden Mine is actually not going to hurt the heroes because we have a -1. So I'm actually going to put Hidden Mine in hand. I can't do both, but I'm going to go use a power because this is better. Oh right, Enticing Target. Well hey, it's irreducible damage, so there we go, it's gone. Enticing Target is gone. I can actually do damage. Yay! Alright, so now that I can deal damage, I'm going to use the tactical shotgun. To Misinformation's face. Oh no, I have to destroy an ongoing card. I do want to keep Talmoko and Enduring Intercession, which is a bit tragic, in all honesty. Because I wanted to keep the Gazelle out, but stopping the environment from hurting the heroes is better. We are currently Croc, right? No, we're currently Rhino. Okay, never mind then. I could put Cornered Beast out, destroy something with 3 or fewer. There is nothing with 3 or fewer. I could Crafty Assault, actually. Good time span with La Capitan. We dealt 3 more damage by another target, prevent that damage, and La Capitan deals the source of that damage, 2 energy damage, then destroy this card. We could destroy that. We could destroy Altered Fates. To do that, though, I would need to play this after activating the Gazelle. So I guess I'm gonna put Cornered Beast out, because then you have it. And then I can damage Misinfo. And I can damage something else? What? I have choices here? What? Let's get that card back in the trash. That's probably the best thing to do. Oh, I can deal another target damage? I have choices? What? You are my nemesis. I'm gonna do nemesis damage because I can. Oh, we actually have several. Oh, I don't care about Concealed Pitfall. With a -1 to damage that's redirecting to Haka and reduced even further, and he regains a hit point if he's dealt damage anyway, I really don't care about Concealed Pitfall. Oh boy, Judgmental. Can I do psychic damage somehow? Taiaha, Aggression Modulator, Assault Rifle, Resilient Tide, Usual Solution. I'm not really fussed about those. Alright, if I'm dealt damage by a non-hero target, I deal damage to many things. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to do irreducible damage to Misinfo. Now let's see what happens. You have activated my hidden weapon. Alright, we're drawing cards. Haka of Battle. Yes, please. Colossal Left Hook. Oh, hey, I drew a card, so Concealed Pitfall. Oh, right, that's why it asked me if I wanted to draw a card. Alright, well, we got cards here, so that's going for me. I have that going for me, which is nice. Deal the target with the highest HP 1. Oh, boy. Also, it's good that I destroyed your card that deals psychic damage, because that was going to get increased by Judgmental. Yeah. I kind of feel like playing Misinformations, but I also don't want to. Yeah, because Deja Vu would be bad. Like, she has a number of cards that are weird because they're not that bad, but they can be bad. But I think they're overall bad. Is it Capitan that actually might be a bit more neutral, now that I'm thinking about it? Shuffle each hero trashes the associated deck. No, that doesn't actually matter. Oh boy, Chronological Hotspot is super bad with I'm just gonna do Capitan because she might have the environment play a card again. Oh. That's a bad one. That player discards any cards which share a keyword with that card. Womp womp. And I guess the order did matter, but it doesn't really matter if you think about it. Oh boy, it's psychic damage. Oh boy, hidden mine was destroyed. Ah! I don't think this order matters. Are you ready for fast forward? Because we're gonna get fast forward. Because there's like a bajillion targets. The only thing that's gonna be dealt damage, actually no one's gonna be dealt damage because this isn't Naturalist actually. We will hit Chiquito because that will get rid of the card. And now I can actually hit Capitan. Oh my gosh. Is there actually an order that matters beyond that though? Not redirected. Reduced to 0. Yeah, I don't think the order matters after that point. Okay. Yeah, Extreme Primordial's Haka has kind of been the MVP of this fight. But he does have a +1 because of Tendrils of Madness. So I could tie a Haw and actually deal 3 damage. Oh my gosh. It's so weird. I could take out Desert Eagle, who is kind of hurting me. Repla Blade. This doesn't tell me how many cards are in his trash, but there's 1. Yeah, if I do Taiaha. So Skyscraper is going to be dealt damage now, but that's okay. I can take out Desert Eagle because of Nemesis bonus. And Desert Eagle was one that's hurting hard because he's Haka's Nemesis and stuff. Then I could do this damage to Misinformation. And because Compulsion Canister deals psychic damage, we might be able to get rid of Misinformation on Sky's turn. Deal each non-villain target 1 fire, each villain regains 1. I don't think order matters. Oh right, Cortex Hyperstimulator, I forgot about that fact. Oh well, Haka's fine with that because he's the lowest. Remember when I said I wasn't worried about main computer room? I wasn't worried about it because the villains were going to get rid of it anyway. Kappa. Yeah, at this rate, we're kind of getting rid of it. Like, without trying. Alright, so I have to stay tiny. But that's okay. There are 2 link cards in play, but removing them from play is not going to give me any benefits. So I'm just going to stay tiny. I'm going to proportion. My powered plays 2 links. And because damage dealt by Citizen Hammer is increased by 1, and psychic damage is increased by 2, Citizen Hammer is the best bet. Deals himself 5, deals Misinformation 5. And by the way, because damage dealt by Citizen Hammer is increased by 1 and psychic damage is increased by 2, we can put this on Citizen Hammer, who deals himself 5 and Misinformation 5. So we're already down 1. Yay! Alright. So that's actually very good. We got rid of the -1. We can now deal damage we want to do. Unfortunately, Glamour's gonna come out, isn't it? You revealed 6 cards, and none of them were nemesis. That is impressive. I'm not even mad. That's amazing. Never mind, Glamour came out anyway. So it's good. It's a good thing I got rid of Ray Manta, or not Ray Manta. It's a good thing that I got rid of what's her face? The bird. I got rid of Desert Eagle when I did. Oh man. Alright, Glamour's out, so Nemesis are harder to hit, but that's okay. Because I can actually hear trigger reflexes and use it. What? Alright, priority number 2. Who is priority number 2? Ambuscade isn't going to get rid of Nemesis when he flips, which is annoying. Misinformation is a bit annoying, or not misinformation, La Capitan is a bit annoying. Hammer and Anvil are still a bitch to get rid of. If I can get rid of Biomancer though, his incap increased damage dealt 2 hero targets by 1. That really only hurts Skyscraper, I guess. But yeah, it would actually be pretty hurtful for Skyscraper because she can now go huge and actually deal damage to all non-hero targets. Granted, the Nemesis redirect, so I don't know that that's actually wise. Capitan's in cap. At the end of La Capitan's turn, 1 hero ongoing card is destroyed unless the owner of that ongoing card discards 2 cards. So basically the same thing as her front side, except you can prevent the destruction. Anvil restores Hammer, right? Yeah. So there's no point in going after Hammer at all. Yeah. If I go after Anvil, I kind of only want to go against Anvil because of his damage reduction. But Hammer and Anvil and Hammer and Shield are providing damage reductions, which makes me feel like I should go after Hammer and Shield if I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to go after La Capitan. She's going to be easier to get rid of. Shuffle each hero trash into each hero deck. That doesn't actually hurt too much, except I lose a compulsion canister, but whatever. Elbow Smash is left on top. No, it's discarded. It's discarded, okay. The Rathian Monolith is left on top. It's not giving me a message of whether it's discarded or not, so it's confusing. So Machine Gun is left on top. Natural Form's Power is on top. Training Montage is discarded. I want to keep Skyscraper around, actually. Right. Are you going to be able to use your Croc thing? Because there are 17 non-hero targets and 5 hero targets in play. Actually, I think we can certainly use it. You don't have it active right now, though, right? Because you have Gazelle active. But if you play Bestial Shift, you can regain the 3 hit points, use a power, activate Croc, deal 3 damage, +1. So actually, I do want to keep that then. I guess Hair Trigger Reflexes is probably not as useful. Even though there's going to be a bajillion targets entering play each round, but... Alright, Bestial Shift. Yes. We gain 3, use a power, activate Croc. What a Croc, right? We'll play Feral Fury. Damage Capitan. And then damage Capitan. I mean, if there wasn't... Like, I could take out Ambuscade, I guess, because of the Nemesis bonus super easily. But... it doesn't really feel like there's a purpose. Destroy a target with 3 or fewer. I guess I can get rid of the main computer room. Because Tendrils of Madness is currently targeting Extreme... No. Oh, it's currently targeting Ambuscade. That's not good. I'm gonna keep the main computer room because I'm crazy. I normally hate the main computer room, but it's only playing 1 villain card each round. Like, in a normal game of Sentinels, it's playing an extra villain card, which sucks. But in a villain's game, it's only playing 1 extra card when there's, like, H decks. So it's like... Alright, each player discards 1, draws 1. Oh my god, 3 Hakas of Battle? Jeez. I don't need 3 copies of Haka of Battle. It's an amazing card. I'm gonna get rid of it. Tricky just stole the first card. Oh darn. Micro Assembler. Varathian Monolith. Beautiful. I like that card. I don't need 2 unloads when I only have 1 gun in hand or in play. Threatening Stomp or Natural Form's Power. I want to keep Natural Form's Power. That's a good one. These are all good ones. I'll get rid of Training Montage because we have enough cards. Usual Solution. I find it funny, like, people are kind of very averse to discarding cards. Obviously, if you discard a card for no benefit, it sucks. But, like, I remember hearing about someone who never played Chrono Rangers, just doing my job, because he didn't want to discard anyone's cards because they were all good cards. And I'm thinking, like, I mean, almost certainly there's 1 card in your hand that you're least likely to play. I mean, certainly you could have a lot of conditional cards, but there's a card that's probably least likely to come out, at which point, you know, it's probably worth discarding that card to give Chrono Ranger a new card. In the same vein, like, oh my god, each player had to discard a card, but we each drew a card, which could have been better than the card we were discarding, so... It's funny how people think discarding is always a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's also good against Progeny. I mean, ideally Progeny has no Scions, but if you have to choose a Scion, Scion of Blight's probably the least bad one. Until you have 0 cards, then it's the worst one because you can never draw cards. But that's besides the point. There are no ongoing cards, right? And I don't really care about main computer room still. If I had a -1 or a redirect, which actually if Skyscraper becomes a Varathian Monolith, then Moving Target becomes amazing. So I want to keep Moving Target for that. Ambuscade is potentially amazing. 5 damage or 3 irreducible damage. Coup Vexon to deal 2 damage, redirect that, reduced by 2. Can be amazing. Planquez-Vous, prevent that damage. When this card is destroyed, you use a power. Yeah, I'm gonna do Planquez-Vous. And I'm gonna keep beating up La Capitan, I think. I could do irreducible damage to Anvil. Actually, I'm gonna do irreducible damage to Anvil. Yeah, Scholar of Infinite loves discards. And, so too does, what's his name? Benchmark. Benchmark loves discards. And Parse loves discards. But, like, there are times that you would be okay with other heroes discarding cards. Let's just keep having Capitan play cards. That's okay. There are worse things in life. Delete sure target 2 psychic. I'm not actually that worried right now because we're gonna Thorathian Monolith in a few seconds. Provided that we survive, which is maybe not necessarily likely. Let's try to keep Skyscraper highest, shall we? Punish the Weak is gonna increase damage to main computer room. Followed by Chiquito? That's not that useful. I could Haka of Battle, discard my hand. Hey Janagro, how are you doing? I would draw 2, I would discard 6 cards. Increase my next damage by 6. Taiaha does 3, so I can do 9 damage to La Capitan. No, because Chiquito. Oh, shoot. Chiquito! I could deal 7 damage to Biomancer. I could deal 7 damage to Anvil. I mean, the Flesh Children are adding up. I've kind of been neglecting them, but they've been adding up. So I think I'm going to go ahead and Haka of Battle and discard my hand, unless I get an amazing card like Savage Mana, which I did not. If I could put Chiquito under Savage Mana, that would be amazing. And I guess my... Oh, right, that was 6. Yeah. Next damage increased by 6. Yeah, 7 damage is good. Chiquito stole 1, and that makes me sad. I'm just gonna hit that because I want the card back. Well, there goes the main computer room. Remember when I said I wasn't really worried about that card? We're kind of hurting. This is the time for Thorathian Monolith. And the nice thing is because of Proportionist, I actually deal 1 damage to everything. So first I'll hit Chiquito, because I get that card back. And then all of the ones from Nemesis redirect, but that's going to redirect to Haka, who's a 0, or to Skyscraper, who has a -2. Facsimile redirects it, but who cares? I don't think this really matters. But because I've actually damaged things, I can use my concussive clap and actually hit these nemesis. Oh my god. I can also damage, well, I forgot about the +1 too. That's actually really nice. So this kind of evens the playing field a little bit. All that damage, and this is gonna redirect. Oh boy, but that's a -2, so that's good. That's a good time for that to come out. Destroy a card. Oh darn. I have not been using Micro Assembler. That hurts. That doesn't hurt. If only I had shock rounds. I could destroy too many guns. I'm not really worried about the charging Triceratops. He's most likely going to target a villain target, although technically we are kind of low. But if I RPG launch, come on, RPG launch, I can get rid of too many guns, which is scary. And then I cannot hit Anvil. I could hit Capitan, and actually Tactical Shotgun would kill Capitan. And then I can't hit Biomancer. I don't want to hit Hammer. Anvil's reducing it. So I guess the next best thing is Ambuscade. And then Shotgun takes out Capitan. 2 down. So, oh my gosh, I have to destroy a card unless we discard 2 cards to keep it. I could destroy Plankez-Vous and then deal irreducible damage. I was kind of keeping it for a big hit, but I could just destroy it and deal 3 irreducible damage. Oh my gosh! All right. Crocodile effects are active. None of these deal damage. Natural Form's power does, but I have to use the power, and then I lose the croc effect. Ugh, nemesis. Oops. Actually, I can destroy Glamour. There's Corner Beast. Ah! I'm gonna go and destroy Glamour because I don't really have anything better to do right now. Glamour is destroyed! Yeah! Which means Ambuscade's gone because it's really a Glamour deck, right? Alright, Haka discards, Haka Restoration, draws Enduring Intercession. I don't think I'm going to use 2 of those. We draw Linking Incursion. I don't have ammo, so no speed loading for me. Hollow points, that's excellent. I don't think I'm using both of those. I get Hyperactive Senses. Moving Target, I only have 2 copies of that. But now I can Moving Target because everything's redirecting to Skyscraper. Which means I can use my power frequently. Provided I survive, which is, you know, not necessarily going to happen. But I can destroy a card. 2 damage, 1 damage, X energy, where there's a number of cards in your trash, which is 2. I'm most worried about Repliblade, so I'm gonna hit Repliblade. Crushing Hallway. I don't like this one. I super don't like this one. A player may discard their hand to destroy this card, or at the start of the environment turn, deal each target 4 melee damage and destroy all hero ongoing cards. That's a really bad effect, but we don't have environment destruction. Oh, we have RPG launcher. Never mind. We have environment destruction. I'm not worried. All right, can I survive this turn? Impersonation that lets Ambuscade use a power, or Stuntman use a power. So gonna target Stuntman as much as I can. I only have 1 power though. No, I have 2 powers. Because I still have the, or no, I destroyed it, didn't I? Shoot, I destroyed it. I destroyed the micro assembler because I wasn't even using it. Silly me. Why would you do such a thing? Yeah. I'm certainly going to use... I'm going to play that just so I can destroy it, basically. Yeah. I have to get rid of anvil and hammer ASAP. We're gonna try to do that. Destroy 2 equipment cards. Oh. That's actually really bad. Skyscraper's dead. Because of the +1s. Actually, this is... I didn't get really any benefit from Tayaha, so I'm actually going to cheat a bit. Because, and this is sort of cheating, but at the same time, I was thinking about this. I just didn't say it. And I know you have to trust my word for it. It's fine if you don't want to. I was thinking of using my base power in Skyscraper just in case she was going to be dealt damage. Because this would keep her alive. And I know it's cheating, and I know if you disagree with me that it's an awful thing, but this keeps her alive, which is probably a little more important right now. Except it can't be dealt to Haka because that redirects to her anyway, but she's still alive. And now I can take out Anvil! Yes! So their -1 is gone. Okay, that's fine because it's going to be 0 across the board. So is my chat dead, or has it just not been active? I guess it's only been 5 minutes since the last message. It feels like it's not been too long. I think I'm going to sacrifice Skyscraper in all honesty. Okay, my chat's not dead. It's an advanced team game. Advanced is already admitted to being imbalanced for challenge purposes. And team games are insane to start with. No harm, no foul in your eyes, but that's just your point of view. Well, thank you. I don't really like rewinding for, like, future knowledge effects, but, like, I was thinking I wanted to save Skyscraper, and I accidentally didn't, because I thought, oh, I want to damage Hammer and Anvil, but I realized it was... Not useful after the fact. So what I'm thinking about is sacrificing Skyscraper. Because I mean, here's the situation we have here. Revolt's going off, which is going to do 2 damage to each hero target, so Skyscraper's already dead. There's even a possibility that... Oh, no, wait, no. All damage from Skyscraper is being redirected to Haka. That's the thing. I can't really get rid of Revolt, though. Unless I Colossal Left Hook and my... Well, my base power... Yeah, I'm going to use my base power for sure. But the thing is, I was thinking of sacrificing Skyscraper, but I forgot about the redirect. Ah. Okay. Well... And actually, base power gets rid of most nemesis except for Revolt. So I guess it makes sense to get rid of Revolt then. Because thankfully, Glamour's not here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that then. I was going to use this 3 damage on Hammer and then take out Hammer with the base power. But I think getting rid of Revolt's better. I can discard a card to play a card. And I don't think I'm going to last. Well, I guess I could possibly last. But definitely Compulsion Canister is the play. If I do this on Hammer, then alright, then Hammer is going to die from the base power anyway. And we get the +1. So then, and this is irreducible, so I should certainly use this on Biomancer, because that technically gets rid of his -1. So I can do extra damage to Biomancer as the result. And look at all of these cards that are going to get destroyed. Like, Hammer's down, which already gets rid of Hammer and Shield. All of the Flesh Children are gone except for Mr. Facsimile and Tempersonation. So this is actually, like, great. Like, I'm saying there's a chance. Now, you take 0, you take 0, you take 1, you take 1, you take 1. Okay, so we've cleared Ambuscade's board. There's 3 cards left in your deck. You're playing Envenomed Bolts. It's actually fine. Because you put a snare into play, so you didn't play an extra card. Perfect. Your 2 cards left in your deck are both snares. So, like, Ambuscade's, like, if I take out Ambuscade, then there's, like, nothing happening. His in-cap is cards are revealed from the top of Ambuscade's deck until all Nemesis cards in the deck have been revealed. Whenever a Nemesis card is revealed this play, it is put into play. Then Ambuscade's deck trash and non-Nemesis cards in play are removed from the game. Nemesis cards in this play area still act on Ambuscade's turn. When a Nemesis would leave this play area, it is removed from the game. Well, guess what? There are no Nemesis cards in your deck, so getting rid of Ambuscade means that I'm not worried about Ambuscade anymore. So we're actually in a good spot here. Is this a spot where I actually want to keep crushing Hallway in play? I think that's a stupid idea, but it is a thought. But I think I'm not going to do it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna do this for sure here. I could get rid of Tempersonation. And I should get rid of Tempersonation if I think this game's gonna last for much longer. Or I could do this on Biomancer and then Shotgun Biomancer for 4. And I can dramatic cliffhanger with Stuntman. Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. If I can get rid of Biomancer, this game takes a swing. Oh no, I have to destroy an ongoing card. Is there a reason to have a player discard 2 cards? Not really. Is there a reason to destroy moving target when... No, when this card is destroyed, nothing happens. It's only when Stuntman will be dealt damage by a villain target that this card gets destroyed, at which point you use a power. So I'm going to get rid of Enduring Intercession. In Medias Res is much less fun in team games. I haven't even drawn in Medias Res! In Medias Res, where you're not here. Alright, my plan here was to use Indomitable Force. And now Naturalist is the redirector away from Stuntman. But in order to use it, I need to activate the Rhino. And it seems to make sense to want to blend into the pack. But I could also Hyperactive Senses, but I think that's not necessarily going to help. So I'm going to blend into the pack then. So no damage was done on this turn. Oh no! But I got the Crocodile. So I have that going for me, which is nice. Elbow Smash is discarded. I got Haka of Shielding. Rebounding Debilitator. Let's get rid of that one and get Neutralizing Resonator. Okay. I think I'm going to use Hollow Points on my round if I get to my round. I'm definitely going to Crocodile if I get to my next round. And Stuntman is the only one whose choice actually matters. Let's get rid of Coupe Vaissant. And get Lance Flammies. Alright, well, we're definitely dramatic cliffhangering. That's for sure. And I'm going to do the damage to Biomancer, for sure. And the environment plays... Passing Tumbleweed. Why? All I wanted in life... All I wanted in life is a surprise shopping trip. Alright, we're destroying this. We're gonna draw a card. Get a dramatic cliffhanger. Hello. So I could. So let me use a power. All right, we'll use the power. We'll destroy Biomancer this way. I use the power. Now his irreducible effect has been used up, so usual solution will work. And then I could do 2 damage here. Destroy a card. Yeah, we'll get rid of Envenomed Bolts. And now Biomancer is gone. Yay! Biomancer's gone! So let's be mindful of these upcoming effects. Biomancer's Incap. Increased damage dealt 2 hero targets by 1. Namely, Skyscraper is going to hit everyone harder, and Rampage would hit harder if you had it. And, which one is this? Hammer or Anvil? Hammer's Incap. Increased fire damage dealt to non-villain targets by 1. Okay. And Anvil's Incap. At the start of Citizen's Hammer and Anvil's turn, the villain target with the lowest HP regains 2 HP, which is Ambuscade. So all I need to do to win the game is to get to Ambuscade's turn. In fact, I don't even think I'm that worried. Because Ambuscade has 2 cards. He's almost certainly going to play both. I mean, he might play Envenomed Bolts, and then with his action, he deals Skyscraper 3 damage. Oh, darn. Or he plays Rigged Net, where he plays it next to Haka, Expatriette, or Stuntman, in which case their next damage is prevented. So it goes next to Haka. Oh, darn. I'm not worried. I think we've won. There's, like, no way we lose. I'm getting a bit cocky, but I'm pretty sure there's no way we lose. There's no reason to hit anyone else with this. Because nothing happens here. I will certainly play Haka of shielding. Dominion and Rampage. I don't think Rampage... Well, Rampage would be amazing, but yeah, we'll keep Rampage. I doubt I'm going to use it. Oh, right, I got rid of Taiaha. That's tragic, actually. Do you a favor and don't say things like that until I win. Alright. I'm going to select Stuntman because we still have moving target in play. So we could actually utilize that power if I do this correctly. And then this turn, Ambuscade regains 2 hit points. And now here, if I use my base power, Skyscraper's dead. Is it worth doing 3 damage to Ambuscade to kill Skyscraper? I don't think it is. We do still have the Compulsion Canister, though. So I'm going to Undetectable Relinking, which draws me a card because of Proportionist. Put the Compulsion Canister in my head. And then I can play... Oh, yeah, I can play Linking Incursion because that is a tiny card, and I get Cortex Hyperstimulator and Aggression Modulator. So we'll put that on Ambuscade, because then he'll hit himself. And... if only I could put the Compulsion Canister on the Passing Tumbleweed. That's funny. Yeah, we'll do that. And then... Do I want to do this? This is going to discard his card. Which he's going to play a snare, which will be next to a target, so it doesn't really... Yeah, we'll go ahead and play it. I could... Oh, I could... Oh, hey! I don't have to put it on Ambuscade, I could put it on Citizen Anvil. Oh my god, that is great. Do I have Compulsion Canisters in my trash? No? Alright, I'll pull one back from play. That was amazing. Oh my god, Rigged Net is in play? Actually, I don't want that to be on Stuntman because that prevents his damage. Ugh. We'll put it on Haka, I guess. Oh, no damage was dealt this way, right? Oh well. Oh well. This is how worried I am. Hollow points into Tactical Shotgun. Oh my gosh, I have to destroy a card? It's not like Indomitable Force is going to destroy itself at the start of my turn. Alright, Deadly Crocodile. There's only one non-hero target in play right now, so it's not going to do anything. You are my nemesis, though, which is amusing. Sky lives! Alright, he's at 1 HP. If I somehow fumble my Stuntman turn, I don't deserve to win. It really does not matter what I discard here. I'm not even going to think about it. Except for Stuntman. Stuntman might have a thought, but no one else does. How do I want to win? We'll do it the boring way because I don't want to get extravagant. I'm doing 1 irreducible damage with my base power. I can do 2 damage with Coup Puissant. So there we go. Alright, that was a fun game, I have to say. Like, I wasn't sure it was going to work out, but we managed to pull it out. Like, the fact that we had advanced misinformation coupled with advances in Hammer and Anvil coupled with Bastion in play at the start of the game, and we somehow still won, that was amazing. I'm happy with that match. And then someone's gonna say, but you rewound, Loot! It's cheating! This is not a legit victory! You can't cross this off! I'm crossing it off. See if I care. Ambuscade. Oh, no. You don't do the thing I want you to do. Biomancer. I'm doing this in order. Citizen Hammer and Anvil. Ambuscade. Capitan. And Misinformation. So that leaves 5 team villains. And they are Baron Blade, Bugbear, Friction, Plague Rat, and Proletariat. And unfortunately, in order for me to be able to face them without anyone else appearing, I have to face them all at once because there are 5 left. If I do a 3 or 4 team villain match, there will be 1 or 2 stragglers remaining, in which case I would have to pair them up with someone who's already been defeated. So any future team villain fights I do in the Summer of Ultimates has to be done with Baron Blade, Bugbear, Friction, Plague Rat, and Proletariat. So you get to enjoy that as I try to finish out the team villains. But we had a very successful week in Dolphin's Dive. We took out Ultimate... What was even the first game? It was so long ago I forgot what it was. It was Ultimate Wager Master. And I found that to be a fun game because even though he had a damage reduction of 2 and he had 2 wagelings and whatnot, I just kept them in play and I whittled them down and I flipped them. Whatnot, so to get rid of Who Are You Really Fighting? Then we had Ultimate... Who was it? I remember Ultimate Kaargra Warfang, which was also a fun match because we got to utilize Fickle Fangs to our advantage. And then we had this Ultimate match of team villains. And, I mean, technically it's advanced, but we don't have their challenge rules yet. But we had 3 victories in this week's stream. It's amazing! Thank you so much for being a part of this. It was a fun stream, and I hope you got some insight out of it. If not, send me a complaint letter, and I'll try to improve this stream. Honestly, if there's anything I can do to improve this, I would appreciate it. Dolphin's Dive meets every Friday at 6 p.m. where we do these kinds of strategically minded streams. I don't really focus on the lore of the game or even the flavor text on the cards as much. Like, you know, some other players might say, oh, Skyscraper, he's so cute, adorable. I'd be like, Skyscraper can deal 2 sonic damage to each non-hero target. That's amazing. So you get some strategic insights that maybe are lacking in other streams, but you don't get the lore. If you want lore, you should go check out Tales from the Archive, which meets Sundays at 7 p.m., featured by another Litdown. And he does lore, he does storytelling, he makes up his own stories. He does a lot of things centered around storytelling, and it's an amazing stream. If you like having 2 adorable streamers who have a rapport with each other, and at least one of whom is learning the game while the others just being entertaining or something or another, you should check out On Deck Mondays at 7 p.m. with Pirate Savvy and Dover. 2 amazing people. I've enjoyed watching their streams. I unfortunately can't watch it every week because I teach Monday evenings, but you should watch them. And if you want to see the developers of this digital game play the game and perhaps show off things that are not yet publicly available, such as auto selection of certain things when it's been already done before, like if you want to see Twist the Ether always selecting Psychic and increase by 1, then you should go check out Sentinels Live Tuesdays at 7 p.m. where Jeremy and John, 2 of the lead employees of Handelabra Games, who developed the digital game, do their stream. If you want to follow me individually, I do have a personal Twitch account. That is Lewd Dolphin. The title's, you know, top of the stream. My YouTube channel's similar. The URL is a little weird, but if you search for Lewd Dolphin, I'll almost certainly pop up. I do a lot of Final Fantasy content, some Links to the Past, and Ocarina of Time randomizers. If you have no idea what those things are, you should check my channel out at twitch.tv/LewdDolphin. I've not streamed frequently as I've been working at my teaching jobs, and whoop, that alerted me. This is an Amber Alert, if you hear that going off. It scared me. I do have 2 teaching jobs, 2 part-time teaching jobs technically, but it's basically a full-time job. I love that job so much, which has been affecting my streaming, but I do intend on getting back to the swing of things shortly, provided I can get caught up on whatever teaching stuff I have to do on the side. Anyway, with all that said, if you have not played Sentinels of the Multiverse and you randomly popped into the stream or to this YouTube channel, certainly get Sentinels of the Multiverse. It is available digitally and also physically. Greater Than Games is the creator of Sentinels of the Multiverse itself. Handelabra is responsible for bringing it to the digital format and is how I've been playing it in front of you right now. Try to check it out in either avenue if you haven't already. If you've just chanced upon the stream and you're like, oh my god, there's people who stream Sentinels of the Multiverse, give this channel a follow and you could see all of the future streams as they come in. And especially if you're interested in but haven't yet obtained Sentinels of the Multiverse, I believe it is on sale currently on Humble Bundle, so certainly you should invest in it now if given the opportunity. Sales aren't exactly too infrequent, but when they do come around, they're at about the same price, so there's not really going to be a better deal. Get it now, play it, love it, become a fan, join the community. There's a Realm of Discord channel, actually literally called Realm of Discord, for Sentinels of the Multiverse fans. There's also a Handelabra Discord that you can join. And if I were a good streamer, I would have these links ready for you. I don't actually know what they are offhand, but they might actually be, or at least one of them is probably here somewhere. Maybe, possibly not. Who knows? Hey, Dolphins Dive is every Friday at 6 p.m. Amazing. Oh, there was the Humble Bundle one. Welcome all new players from Humble Bundle. Why not try expanding your multiverse to give the weekly one-shot a try? Yes, exactly. The other games, Mini Pack 4, it says go discuss. If I click that, what happens? You get greaterthangames.com/forums/other games. So it's taking us to the Greater Than Games page. But I guess it's not exactly pulling up the Discord link. I don't actually have it on hand, but yeah, it's not popping up. Hey, Dolphins Dive. But if you want to get involved with the community, I should actually, here, I'll try pulling it up for you all. Where's my Discord? There's my Discord. I will get that link into the chat. Invite. I want it to not expire. And there it is. I believe that takes you to the Handelabra Discord, and you should go there to at least get involved with the community if you have not already. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this stream, and I'll be around next week to continue up the Summer of the Ultimates as we start approaching fall. But hopefully we can get it wrapped up in time. All right. Let me pull up some music. What do we want to listen to? We played Wager Master. I love Wager Master's music. We'll listen to Wager Master. All right. Bye, everyone.